Hello, Colas, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest as usual. We start with this report claiming that Barcelona's Spanish players are set to return to the club on December 16 after World Cup exit. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about Lionel Messi, as La Liga president Javier Tebas, talking about the Messi to Barcelona rumors, he said it all depends on what he wants to earn. So guys, before we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. One of the biggest upsets of the FIFA World Cup 2022 materialized yesterday as Spain were knocked out of the tournament by dark horses Morocco via penalty shootout. La Roja put in a disappointing display and were absolutely terrible in the penalty shootout, failing to convert even one of their three attempts as they bowed out of the tournament at the round of 16 stage. The early elimination was not all expected given that Spain boasted one of the most talented squads at the World Cup. But with them now crashing out, Barcelona will recover more of their players earlier than anticipated. As many as 8 Barca players were on the Spain roster at the World Cup, with Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba, Ferran Torres, Eric Garcia, Pedri, Ansu Fati, Alejandro Balde and Gavi having been called up by manager Luis Enrique. With Spain now being eliminated, Mundo Deportivo is reporting that the Barcelona contingent will return to the club on December 16 to start training for the resumption of the club football in the last week of the month. Of the 8 players that were with the Spanish national team, only Eric Garcia did not play any minutes, while Ansu Fati's involvement was very limited as well. The report states that the players will return to Barcelona tomorrow itself, but Xavi has already confirmed that they will be given an extended vacation to recharge their batteries before resuming training with their club teammates. So all the 8 Barcelona stars who faced elimination from Spain with Spain yesterday will be rejoining their teammates at the Ciutat Deportiva complex on December 16. Meanwhile, Andres Christensen and Marc-Andre ter Stegen, who were eliminated from the group stages itself, will return to training on December 12, while Robert Lewandowski will join the squad 2 days later on December 14. At the moment, Barcelona have 5 players still active at the FIFA World Cup in the form of Dutch duo Memphis Depay and Frankie de Jong, Francis Ousmane Dembele and Jules Koundé, along with Rafinha of Brazil. Spain's elimination from the World Cup shocked many people against Morocco yesterday in the penalty shootout, who are now seen as the dark horses of the tournament. I think Spain did not have their best game, to be honest, despite the possession, despite the domination of the ball and everything like that. They were not direct, they were not vertical. It was all about passing, and you barely saw chances that Spain created yesterday. And definitely to make it far in this kind of competition, you just can't expect to do that and you expect to win. I think Spain should blame themselves for the way they played. They were not creating chances, but all about holding the possession without making a real use of that. Yesterday, it was a shocker. Many of them were so disappointed. Barcelona, of course, have 8 players in that Spain team, the most of any team in the whole World Cup. And I think most Barca fans will be relieved somehow when it comes to fitness of the players, as none of them have picked up any injuries. And who knows, had it been they went as far in the tournament, maybe to the semis or whatever, maybe one of our key players should have been injured. But definitely all of them will be returning to the Ciutat Deportiva for training on the 16th of December without any single injury. I think it will be a bittersweet moment for Barcelona, who know that their 8 players will be coming back to the Camp Nou. Even though they'll be very, very devastated by the defeat against Morocco yesterday, but their fitness are still 100%. So I think among the matches in the round of 16, the one against Morocco, Spain was the one that shocked many people because when we look things critically, all the teams that were expected to win their games in this round of 16 tie, they did go ahead to win. But Spain was the only exception, and I think Morocco had a good game. They have been very, very good in this tournament, still unbeaten up to today, conceding just one goal in the process. And that tells you a lot about Morocco, what they are trying to bring. If there will be the surprise package of the tournament, it all remains to be seen. Of course, being the only African team as an African, I'm very, very proud that Morocco qualified yesterday, and it's something that we all wish that they can make it to the semi-finals if they try to win a very strong Portuguese side in the quarterfinals, which will be a very, very daunting task. But I definitely think that if they continue with the attitude, that they have been showing, I think Morocco still stand a chance to disturb Portugal in the quarterfinal stages, but it's going to be a very, very difficult task. But we saw how Portugal played yesterday against Switzerland, who were very poor yesterday. But I think Portugal made a statement with that victory. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, La Liga president Javier Tebas spoke to the media in Doha ahead of Spain's FIFA World Cup 2022 round of 16 against Morocco, where he discussed the possible return of Lionel Messi to Barcelona in the summer of next year. Messi left Barca in 2021 after the club could not renew his contract due to their financial woes. Having joined Paris Saint-Germain as a free agent, the 35-year-old has been thriving at the Parc des Princes despite making a slow start to life in France. However, the seven-time Ballon d'Or winner's contract with PSG expiring at the end of the season, there has been a lot of speculation surrounding his future. A return to Barcelona has been discussed as a possible option for the Argentina captain, while the possibility of a renewal at PSG and a switch to the MLS in the US are other potential avenues for him. And Javier Tebas, who has been giving Barca the stick due to their financial situation, insisted that he would love to see Messi back in La Liga, but he stated that any return to Camp Nou would depend on his wage demands and the club's fair play situation, which is currently in a mess. It would depend on what he wants to earn. I don't know. I want him to come back. It would depend on Barcelona selling players on other income, Tebas said, as quoted by Marca. These statements are pretty much in line with what Tebas had said on the matter in the recent past. He had claimed that only PSG can afford to pay Messi's current wages, and for Barcelona to re-sign him, the club icon, would have to agree to a wage cut. On the measures that Barcelona need to take in order to resolve their financial fair play issues, Tebas said, the lever they need is to save that money. They start with 1, with 2, with 3, with 4. Barcelona's economic vice president said, the fifth lever is to lower the wage bill. They know that. That's what they have to do. When asked if he had held talks with President Joan Laporta to iron out the differences, Tebas said, "No, I talked to all the clubs. They have my phone number. Their calls are returned. I have spoken to Ferran Olive many times." So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.